Hey guys, so it's that time again where I sit down, reflect on the previous month, and then plan for the month ahead. So welcome to the August 2023 Plan With Me video where I'll be walking you through my plans that I had made for July, how I'm getting on with those. We still have, as of today, we have exactly 7 days before the month ends, but I will be posting this either Thursday or Sunday this week. So yeah, and I thought I'd share with you my plans for the month of August. I do have my trusted planner here. This is a Legend planner that I bought from Amazon and I absolutely love it. It helps me document my entire life. I've got other planners that I use as well as notebooks, but mainly I could document everything in this planner. So I'll be referencing to this planner throughout this video. So let us begin. First things first, we're going to start off with the personal/general goals. So first things first, what I had in terms of my personal/general goals was, first one was to go wine tasting with a friend of mine. So me and this friend of mine, we meet every single month. We make time in our calendars to make sure that we spend time together, and mostly it evolves around food because we love to eat. So we decided that for my belated birthday, we would do wine tasting, and that just worked out best because there's apparently a vineyard. Well, now I know there's a vineyard near my house, so we went there and we had such a lovely time. So I was able to take that item off my list. Second one was to meet up with a friend of mine that I haven't seen in forever and a day. I think the last time I saw was before she gave birth, and her baby is 7 months now. So that's how long it's been, and she literally just lives like half an hour away from me. So I put that as a goal of mine. Like, you know, when it's a goal, I definitely strive to make sure I achieve it. So I met up with this friend of mine. Then the third goal was to budget for my birthday. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I had a birthday trip this month and we went to the Isle of Wight. So it's about an hour and a half drive from my house to the port of Portsmouth. Then we took a ferry into the Isle of Wight, and then we stayed on the Isle of Wight for about 4 or 5 days, and it was just the best time ever. The weather cooperated for 90% of the time, but I couldn't have asked for a better way to spend my birthday. I absolutely loved the time that I went with my best friends, my 3 best friends. So it was absolutely amazing. So that was also ticked off. The next one was to get my garden done. I'm staring at my garden right now, and yes, I did get my garden done, both the inner garden, the outer gardens, and outside my house, outside my fencing, I should say. So that was done as well. Cost a pretty penny, but I'm glad that it was done for sure. Now what I'm gonna do is just quickly glance through my calendar, which I don't think will come up here, but I do have this amazing calendar view where I document everything. So I'm just gonna quickly glance through to look at some of the things that happened in a month of July. So outside of my birthday trip, what happened, I did manage to do most days. I think Monday to Friday I've been really good about doing my 10K steps daily. It's been absolutely great, and I've also been using the Better Me app to do wall Pilates because I love Pilates, but I just wanted like either something I can do myself at home or find a Pilates studio somewhere nearby, but they don't have the ones that I want. The majority of them are in London, and I don't want to be getting on a train for an hour and then probably like 30 more minutes to get to the studio in London just for that. So I figured Better Me, the app, is the next best thing, and it has been incredible. So that has happened. My bathroom got renovated. It looks absolutely spink spank. Met up with friends. That has been hunky-dory. And then I shared in a recent video about why I am so glad I have an emergency fund. I have had to pay for a lot of things of late as relates to my house. Outside of the home renovation, I had to pay for my roof to get fixed. I had to pay for the radiator, the gas engineer, and he hasn't even finished the work, so I don't even know how much that's gonna be. Then my American fridge freeze has been doing the hoopy doop, so that's getting checked as well. So it's kind of just like been all over, but I'm grateful that I'm in a financial situation where I could actually afford those things. So that is something that has happened, and I'm glad that I'm in the position that I am in now. I went back to, I have a blog, ajulidreamer.com. The link is always in the description bar below. I went back to my roots and I was invited to review a restaurant. Still struggling to write the review because I've just not been in that headspace, but hopefully I'll be able to do that. So overall, the month of July has been perfect. Absolutely love my birthday month, and the majority of the month the weather has been great. I'm filming right now and it's just under 20 degrees here and it feels really warm, so absolutely great. Even though I'm wearing a cardigan in-house, is because I'm filming at lunchtime and I need to be a little bit more decent, so this is why I've got this on. So that is just a quick overview of my calendar. Next part, I'm going to move over to books. So when it comes to my books, I said I wanted to read 4 books plus about, I think maybe 1 or 2 more on the Kindle, and let me tell you, I read, so far I've read 1 book and about to finish the 2nd book. I'm definitely going to finish it because it's not that many pages left, but I have read Prisoner by B.A. Paris. I love B.A. Paris. She is an incredible author in my opinion. I think I love B.A. Paris the same way people love Colleen Hoover. I mean, I like Colleen Hoover enough, but B.A. Paris she just knows how to get me with these books, and Colleen Hoover does the same, but B.A. Paris, number 1 for me. The second author that I absolutely love is David Baldacci, because his style of writing, and I kid you not, whenever I read his books, it's like a movie is playing up in my head as I read the words that are being enacted in my head, if I can say it that way. Absolutely love it. So I'm almost done with this book. Love it so far, but that's it. I'm going to take this one off because I'm definitely finishing this book tonight or tomorrow. So this is the end game. So what I've decided to do, and I'll talk about this in the next segment of this video, I'm going to read the other 2 books that I wanted to read in August, because I know I'm definitely not going to get the time to read those books, but I know I have my Kindle here. I'll probably start reading Regretting You by Colleen Hoover, so maybe I'll get started on that once I finish this book. But for now, I've read 2 out of 4, which I think is not bad at all, especially because this was my birthday week, so I haven't spent a lot of time doing nothing. There's been a lot of time where my weekends have literally been full on, so I haven't been able to sit down and just digest a book like I normally do. So yeah, but I'm just gonna move those books to next month. Next segment is on my financial goals that I always set. This planner helps me set a bunch of goals and I love it. So of my financial goals, I set, actually not only financial, there is 2 financial goals and 2 life goals, lifestyle goals. So the first goal was to invest at least £300 into my ISA and my SIP. I did that, £100 into my SIP and 200 into my ISA. Then I wanted to save at least £400 in my sinking funds and emergency fund. And I must say, when I do my budget recap for July, you'll see that I sent over £1,000. So again, very happy that I was able to do that. The third goal I had was to book tickets to the theater. I did this. I actually went and saw, I believe it's this month, I saw Russell Howard. Yes, I saw Russell Howard last week Sunday, not this gone Sunday, but the Sunday before, and it was amazing. Amazing. And then also, which the 4th one is really the same thing as the one I shared before, which was to book wine tasting, which I did. So this is more of a duplicate. So that is how the month of July went. Now let us quickly flick over and start planning for the month of August. Right now, my month of August doesn't really have a lot in it. I think because there's so many blank pages, blank boxes here, this is why you don't see it reflected much there, but that's okay. So I have just written down the goals that I would like to accomplish, both the financial goals and the lifestyle goals. I will start off first with the lifestyle goals. With the lifestyle goals, the first one that I have is to support my mom at a craft show. My mom has this passion for crocheting. She's very, I don't like using the word crafty, but she is very creative, right? So we always go to shows with her and help her sell the things that she makes. So one of the big shows in Birmingham that's going to happen next month, I'll be supporting my mom there. So I have put it as a lifestyle goal to do that. Then I have my niece and my nephew coming over for the summer holidays, so I want to plan for their visit. I have booked, I think for 2 days, I've booked for them to see. Hopefully they will enjoy it, because there's like a 5-year gap between them, so it's a really difficult to find something that they will both like, but we shall see. So I'm still planning. Then I would like to also get on with researching my car insurance, because my car insurance is due in September, but you are allowed, or you can like find insurance at least within a month of it expiring. So I like to start doing my research and then seeing what's out there as soon as possible, so that before the end of August, I'll be able to have my insurance for the next 12 months covered. I pay annually, so this is why for me it pays to do as much research ahead of time as possible. Then for the fourth goal I have is to get my car MOT'd. So my car is now getting MOT'd. It's 5 years old now. I think when you buy, I bought it brand new, and so for the first 3 years it didn't need an MOT, and then last year it needed to have an MOT, and this year it will need to have an MOT. So it's a yearly thing, so I need to have that done. This is also something for me that is due in September, but I learned last year when I was running around like a headless chicken that you can actually do that again within 30 days of the MOT license thing expiring. So I have booked it for the month of August instead, so that's something I'm gonna have to do. Then the final one that I have here is to budget for the girls trip. So at the end of August, we do have a girls trip to a destination I'll review when I come back. Absolutely excited for this because it's a hot destination. It's one that I have personally never thought about visiting, but we will be visiting. And if I think of a clue to give you of where I'm going, just think I'm going to be definitely getting a hot air balloon. That's the only clue I'm giving you. So that is it for the goals that I have, lifestyle goals for the month of August. Now I'm going to move over to the financial goals. So with the financial goals, the first one I have is to send at least 700 pounds towards my personal loan. My goal is for Q3 is to bring the 35k balance that I have down to 30k. So I want to send as much as possible to this loan before the end of September. So for the month of August, I want to send at least 700 pounds. The second one is I would like to make at least 150 from my side hustles. Helping my mom at the craft show is a side hustle of sorts, and mom does pay us for our time there. So I know I'm gonna make a bit of money from there, but I want to make some money from Etsy, which I do every month, but a little bit more, and from my blog as well, which I haven't made any money from the blog for a minute. So I would like to make some money from there. So 150 would be great. Third goal is to invest the same thing, 300 pounds, 100 into my SIP and 200 into my ISA. Fourth is to save at least 500 pounds towards my emergency fund. So I've got my main emergency fund, my rental property emergency fund, as well as save towards my my sinking funds as well. So that 500 pounds will go into those three categories. So that is where I am trending when it comes to my financial goals. So we are done with the financial goals. We're done with the goals in general. I'm gonna now move over to the books I would like to read in August. So like I mentioned, I am going to bring over the 2 books that I didn't read in July. I'm going to bring them over in August because with the girls trip, I definitely will have the time to read, because like I'm an early riser. So before the girls get up, I normally like to read, plan the day and stuff like that. So I'll definitely have the time. So I'm going to be reading Regretting You and 0 Day. These are the 2 books from July. And then hopefully I can read this book, Things We Hide from the Light. I believe this is by Lucy someone. Let me have a look at my Kindle, because this is one that I saw on Book Talk people talking about, but I haven't read it yet. So this one, Things We Hide, yes, Lucy's Score is the name. So I'm gonna try reading that, and then I'm gonna try reading Layla as well by Colleen Hoover. So for Colleen Hoover, I'm gonna be reading Regretting You and Layla, and then Lucy's Score, I'm gonna read Things We Hide from the Light. And then from David Baldacci, another favorite author of mine, I am going to read Zero Day. For my favorite author of all time, B.A. Paris, I think the next book that she has is coming out next year. I'm gonna have to double check, but I believe I've now read all of her books. I think there's about 2 or 3 books that she's done with other authors. I'm not yet interested in reading those. I'm more interested in just reading her work alone. And I've read, I think, almost all of them, and the next one is coming out next year. So watch this space. I'll let you know once I find another B.A. Paris book that I want to read. Definitely recommend this author. She's incredible. For me, I have loved everything she has written. So yeah, I think that is it. That's me planning for the month of August. Honestly, outside of filming YouTube videos and the show, I'm gonna get my hair done, the girls trip, there isn't really much going on. Fingers crossed my house doesn't need any fixing or anything like that, but we shall see. So that is it with respect to my plan with me video for the month of August. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.